Hi, it's Teacher Melissa, and today I want to talk to you about an extension that I use with some of my older students. I'd say level 3 and up, level 4 and up, to give them practice with these verb tenses that we are often asking them to practice. And this is because there not really isn't a verb tenses in the Chinese language. So this is why our students struggle with this, with past tense, present tense, future tense. I have students up in level 7 who I still have to remind to use a past tense verb if they're talking about something that they did earlier, or even when they're telling a story from long ago and they don't remember to use future tense. So this is just something that we need to practice a lot. That's why all those verb conjugation charts show up so often. So here are some things that I do to extend and just give a little extra push into their long-term memory about these verb tenses. This is mostly for extension. So for instance, I got a few slides I want to show you. Hope I get them in the right order. Hope I'm talking about what you're seeing. So here we go. The first one. So what I do at the beginning is at the beginning of the lesson, or maybe a couple lessons before, I'll start this idea with my student by me doing the justification for the verb choice. So in this one, the correct verb was expected, and the student chose the correct verb, expected. And I just said out loud and underlined, I said, great, you're right, expected, past tense, because it says last day, and didn't. Didn't is also last tense, past tense, see? And so I'm just kind of talking out loud. That's what a lot of good teachers do. We just talk about our thinking process out loud, and just kind of verbalizing what the student should be thinking in their head while they're choosing. So I just pointed that out. Oh, look, yes, didn't is past tense, so we must have expected past tense. The verbs must match in the sentence. Good job. So I'm just talking about that. I'm saying that out loud, thinking out loud. Now, the second slide, this particular one is a student that I have. They're very good. They're very advanced. They often don't write or draw on the screen very much. I can very clearly hear if they're saying the past tense verb or the present tense verb. I can very clearly hear that. So I just let the student talk and I say, yes, yes. So you can see they didn't underline, but please know they gave the right answer and they have very clear enunciation. So I knew what they were saying. Okay. But they did circle, they did answer volunteered, and it was past tense. So I asked them, how do you know? What I just said at this point. Yes, you're right, volunteered, but why? Why did you choose volunteered? And they just kind of looked at me blankly, and I said, what clue words in the sentence will you circle? What word made you choose volunteered? And they circled yesterday. Now, this is important. This is why the student chose that, but I want them to justify. I want them to think about it again. This sentence was easy. When they're just talking in conversation, it's not. So if I say in conversation, next class, what did you do yesterday? I want this clue word that I just circled to pop up. Oh yeah, she told me that the other day. Yesterday, so I need to use past tense. So it's not a matter of can they pick it on this slide. It's will the skill transfer. So this justification, why did you choose this? Circle the word you chose that. Tell me the reasoning why. What other words in the sentence? So this will help push it further back in their long-term memory. And let's face it, these are test-taking skills also, right? We're always teaching students to, in context, look for the clue words. How do you know? So I'm asking them that as an extension to help them really get this verb tense idea a little further ingrained into their language. I also do this with ing verbs. So I've got ringing. Now on this one, the student is just looking at the picture and they're thinking of a word. It's an advanced student, so it's not even, the word isn't even on the page. But they said ringing. So I'm like, why? Why ringing? You're right, it's ringing. Very good with the vocab verb ring. Why did you add ing? They circled was, yes. And then I might show on my whiteboard, I might just say it out loud, yes, remember, am, is, are, was, were, ing. Great job. So I'm just asking them again to just justify that. This is a great extension if you need to spend a little extra time. VIPKid is cutting out some of those slides, even in the upper levels. So we've got to make sure that we're really using some extension conversations. But extending with grammar is especially verb tense. It's a great way to help your students. Honestly, it's a great way to market yourself. If you did any of these in a class, make sure you're writing that to both the parent and to the learning partner at the bottom of the form. Today in class, teacher Melissa asked Coco to justify why she chose the past tense verb. She did a great job by telling me the other past tense word or whatever, or by choosing ing for the verb am, is, are, was, were. Great job. So you're letting them know that you're extending, you're doing more practice, and that it is a justifiable way for them to choose the correct verb form. Hope these tips help you. Try them out and let me know in the comments below how it works. Have a great day.